Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's FearsomeFire here, and I am back with another Super Mario Odyssey glitch demonstration. And guys, we have the most insane thing, probably the biggest glitch that I have ever featured on my channel, and probably the biggest glitch that has been found in Super Mario Odyssey in quite a while. And it was found by a guy on Twitter who goes by the name of Robin Cerex. Okay, as you're seeing right now, this is what he did on Twitter, and what he did was he somehow, it may be confusing. He somehow basically glitched through a wall. He clipped through a wall with a moon, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this, why it's so crazy, and just everything. So shout out to him first of all. He was the one who found this. So as you guys saw right there, he did it in New Donk City. However, that's not the only place you can actually do this glitch. You can do this glitch in many places in the game, mainly places that allow you to spawn a moon in. So a place like, spawning in a moon with a rock, with a dumpster, with a treasure chest, out of a nut, out of the ground, blah, blah, blah. Basically, that's the easiest way to do it. However, it's not just moons that you spawn in. I'll show you that in a second. But the way it works is you do a backflip up to a moon that's next to a wall. So right here, I do it in the Wooded Kingdom. I do it with this nut moon. So I break the nut moon, I do a backflip, and it's really hard to see, but I actually throw Cappy a couple frames before I grab the moon. And what this does, when you do a backflip and you throw Cappy in Super Mario Odyssey in the air, Mario kind of like tilts backwards. So what you can do is if you do this tilt right before he grabs the moon, it actually makes it so he grabs the moon where he's slightly inside the wall. So once you're done grabbing the moon, you can then throw your cap, you can glitch inside the wall, and you can be clipped through. So far, it's pretty easy to do it with these nut moons in the Wooded Kingdom. That's where I was able to do it. There's one right here above the fire bow. You can also do it with the fence moon. And this is actually useful because what you can do is, first of all, for the fire bow one, you can clip through the wall, and then you can grab the tank moon above. I do it right here, but I kind of, I get glitched inside. However, you can grab this tank moon without being glitched inside and continue to move along. And if you do this all right, we could potentially save a massive amount of time in Super Mario Odyssey. It's theorized right now that if we did this clip right here and we found a way to do it with the maze moon, and we also found many different ways to do it, we could save like a minute total in Wooded Kingdom, which is absolutely massive. As you guys know right now, like the best speedrunners there, some of best is like a 1 hour 1 minute 30. With this clip right now, it definitely saves around like 30 seconds. At least the clip into tank into clip the fence moon saves like at least 30 seconds. Now it does, but theoretically, if we found other uses for this, we could easily save over a minute, and we could even maybe get sub 1 hour, way closer than anybody else thought we could. So I'm going to show you guys some more examples right now of places that runners are doing it. Credit in the bottom right for people who actually did these clips. I was not able to perform all of them. This clip does work in 1.2 and works in all versions of the game. And as you're seeing right now, there's actually some locations where you can do it where the moon isn't spawned in. Now, it's hard to do it with moons that are already spawned in. However, it's still possible. And there's certain moons that are against the wall or against the ceiling where you can do it for. Now, it's easier for moons that are next to a ceiling. Apparently, it's easiest if you have a decent amount of room to do a backflip and then throw your cap, and then you can kind of glitch into the ceiling. That's the easiest way to do it, because you can kind of warp into the ceiling before you grab the moon, so you can actually do it with moons that are already spawned in. Now, it's also theorized that we could use first-person mode to unload the moon and then, do this clip. There's a lot of theories for ways we can do this. I'm sure there's many ways you can do it in the game. And then here's a big one. You can do it with the rock moon in the Wooded Kingdom. So as you're seeing right here, Circle actually used the rock moon. He spawned it in a certain spot, and then he was able to do this clip, in the Wooded Kingdom. He could theoretically do this wherever he wanted. He could do it anywhere. So any rock moon, if you just spawn the moon in the right spot, you could do it anywhere. So any kingdom that has a rock, we could maybe even do it with the bird moon if we spawn the bird moon in a certain location. There's just so much potential for this trick, because as you guys know, there's glide-on clips in the past that we found. However, none of them are really useful in any percent, because we don't really meet glide-on in any percent. There's no location where we really see glide-on that he's ever useful. He appears in the Lost Kingdom when you first go to the Lost Kingdom. However, he's completely out of the way for where we need him. So all those glide-on clips, all those other clips we found, very rarely do we find any useful ones. This one has potential to be useful in so many different locations. It has potential if we can clip through in the pipe section in the Wooded Kingdom. We could save a bunch of time. Like I said earlier, clip through the maze, get over to the nut around the corner, the dead end nut. That could save a bunch of time. Over in the Sand Kingdom, if we clip through the shop, we could actually grab the employees only moon and the shop moon without having to leave the loading zone. You cannot buy the shop moon when you're behind the counter. With this clip, we could clip through and do that. There's so many other locations. There's theorized that we could do it in the alcove in the Sand Kingdom and glitch through, and then we could just go straight to the Sifting Sands. We could get like an entirely different route. There's other theorized things over here in the Cascade Kingdom. We actually have a proof that it actually is faster over here in the Cascade Kingdom with this treasure chest moon. We can clip through and we can actually go straight to the Odyssey and save a couple seconds right there. There are so many potential time saves with this trick. So like I said earlier, the reason it's so big for any percent is because, you know, there's moons everywhere in any percent. We could change the route if we can save time somewhere else, you know. We don't have to go with our same old route. There's a lot of potential that we're probably not even seeing yet. Another thing though is that there's 880 moons in this game, 880 unique moons. So, you know, it's hard to go through every single moon. I really want to make this video so you guys can go and test out this trick and try to find locations where you can do this glitch. It's like I said, it is hard to do. You have a couple frames to do it. I would recommend starting out with these ones in the Wooded Kingdom with the nut. So what you want to do, like I said, basically do a backflip, and then right before you hit the nut for the last time, you want to do a backflip and then throw your cap a couple frames before you end up grabbing the moon. And if you're, you know, holding your joystick towards the wall and then throwing your cap, you can clip right through. You have a couple frames of leeway. I would say the first thing you want to practice is practicing the trick where you actually tilt Mario. So just try to do backflips and then throw your cap, and just see how many times you can get that tilt. It's kind of easy to see, but there's just so much potential. We don't even really have a name for this yet. Right now we're just kind of calling it like the moon clip, but we don't really have a real name. It's probably just the biggest, you know, potential. It's just absolutely massive. I can't get over that this is found. So yeah, guys, that basically does it for this video. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to mention. There's just so many theorized ways that we could do this. Like I said, it's not just the spawn of moons, but it's with many different moons that are next to walls. If you can do this backflip trick in a certain way, it also works with the triple jump as well. It's not just backflips, but it's easier with backflips. It's really complicated. It's a weird trick, and it's hard to understand. However, you're just seeing different ways that people have used it so far. So make sure to tweet me different ways that you guys have found, you know, this trick to be useful, and I would love to see it. I'm really excited to see where this is going to take any percent, and just the fact that we finally have a clip that can be done in 1.2, and it's probably about as difficult as the roll cancel clips, because roll cancel clipping is also very difficult. This is pretty difficult as well. However, it's probably within the same vein of difficulty, and I've talked to some top players that have been playing, and they've actually said that this clip for them is easier than roll cancel clipping, and if that's so, then that's huge. At least roll cancel clipping, you know, like in the spot in the Wooded Kingdom. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I would love to see what we can do with this. It is more of an advanced trick, but I'm sure that if you practice a lot, do what I just said before, you probably try to figure it out, and we could try to find different ways to do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat short but, you know, informative little video, and have a wonderful day.